Okay, today I'm going to talk about alcoholism. Alcoholism. Sorry, I'm translating straight from Portuguese. I'm in Brazil right now, and people speak Portuguese with me all day long. And then when I start speaking English, I have a freaking accent. My accent is not so strong usually, and I don't get confused with words so often, you know what I mean? But because I'm here and everybody's talking to me in the language I was born in, I just I forget how to speak English. But it's okay. Today we're going to talk about alcoholism and let me just, yeah, that's better. And first of all, I want to say that alcoholism, like many other issues, is a very slow, painful, and violent suicide of the self. Yes, it is genetic, and if your mother or father have it, or someone in your family have it, you are like in great danger of having it too. And if I were you, I wouldn't drink, to be quite honest, because once it catches you, damn, to let go is very difficult. And what people don't understand about alcoholism is that not necessarily is going to show up the first time you drink. It will for sure show up when you need comfort and you don't have the courage to ask for what you need. And so it's a secret that you hide behind the drinking. When you don't have the intimacy to ask for help, when you don't feel like you can, when you feel like asking for help is going to be very weak of you, you start drinking to compensate the huge elephants that are sitting in the center tables of your house. And it might be one, it might be five. We never know how many elephants you have. You are the one who knows. And of course, you hide it. It's the secret. And so because you can't talk about the elephant, huge, huge fat elephant sitting in the room, you talk about it in some other way. You start hurting yourself so that people see that there's something going wrong and try to help you without you needing to ask for help. And you deny the help because you feel like accepting the help is going to be hard on your ego, it's going to diminish you, it's going to make you less than in some sort of way. Drinking is very manly. Drinking is for the tough ones. Drinking is for the ones that can take it. Asking for help is for the vulnerable ones, which is okay if it's someone else but you. You see what I mean? And so you allow this problem, this secret that you have, to grow out of proportion and literally kill you slowly and torture you to death. So basically, alcoholism is your soul, your body and soul, trying to expose something that needs to be exposed, and your head, in the shape of the ego, trying to control your body and your soul and do something completely opposite to that. But opposites have the same roots. So essentially, you're three, because you are the divine trinity, right? Here is the divine, here is the ego, here is the body. Your divine trinity essentially is saying the same thing. The mind, right? The ego that works through the mind. The heart, the body, the soul, everything within you is saying the same thing, essentially. But tell me how many people can diagnose it, you see? They can't. And so they kill themselves slowly, and people try and help and they can't. And if you don't accept the help, there's no way someone can help you. And many times the biggest healers in the world, they can't do anything unless you want them to, because they respect you and they will not get into your energy field without you asking them for. So when you say, I'm not going to ask for what I need and I'm going to continue killing myself because I want someone to see that I'm suffering and come help me and accept unacceptable behavior of myself, um, because if I don't ask for help, then they are the ones who think I have a problem. So I don't need to be vulnerable. I don't need to change anything in my life. This sort of thought, this sort of thinking is what causes you to attract codependent relationships, codependent help that is going to make your life worse than it already is, energetically speaking. At some point, you need someone to tell you that what you're doing to yourself is unacceptable, and they will not spend their entire lives watching you slowly suicide just because they love you. And it's the exact opposite. Because they love you, they won't put up with the crap that you're putting them through. Because they want the best for you. And they are not going to applaud bad behavior. And these are the people that whilst you're drunk, you will say are annoying or bugging you. Which later, if you can heal yourself and stop drinking, you will thank them forever. Because these are the people who really love and care for you. The enabler, the person that sells the alcohol, the person that gives you the alcohol, that buys it for you without the people who love you knowing, the people who enable this addiction, sometimes it's you. They are the toxic ones. They are the ones who don't want you to get any better, you see. Yet, you run towards the ones who don't love you, and you hurt the ones that love you. Why? Because somewhere within you, not only do you hold a secret, you also don't think you're worthy of love, so you can't even receive it. And when you can't even receive it, you hardly ever know how to give it. And so it's a very, very big love drought that consumes your life. It consumes everything that you are, everything that you speak, everything that you feel, because you don't allow the feeling to work and to happen and to do what it has to do with your body properly. So yes, it's secrecy, and the AA, what they do is help you get rid of the secret. The author of The Covenant of Water says that in the interview he did with Oprah, AA releases the secret. It's not a secret anymore. And the craziest part is, it's just a fact, that the secret hardly is something damaging to humanity or something that you could never tell someone. Usually you tell the secret and everybody's like, oh, okay. There is a total of 0 problems with it. And everybody understands, and it's just, okay, let's work on it. Let's do this. We're going to help you. You see? There is a lot of, we're going to help you with it and not diminish you or destroy you for it. Many times it's different. This kind of reaction is very different from the reaction that you got as a child, for example. Sometimes maybe at some point in your life you wanted to demonstrate emotions, or you were feeling something real deep, and your father told you that if you cried you were a sissy, for example. Or you don't have the courage to say that you don't feel really good right now, that you're really tired, that you're feeling angry. It's the lack of ability of talking about things that most times are very simple for the other people, because you kept it inside, and so it grew out of proportion. But if you had the ability, if you had the language, the capacity, if you had developed the tool, of speaking and communicating honestly, and communicating through you and from your heart, you wouldn't have this problem. And so you're killing yourself slowly because of a problem you shouldn't even have to begin with, because most times it's not something so huge. It's maybe grief, maybe sadness, maybe resentment, anger. But have you seen someone, like a conscious, a person that has awakened to a bigger reality, die out of feelings No, because they are passengers. The people who die of feelings are people who identify with the feeling and that believe somewhere within them that that feeling is who they are. It's the only thing that they are. They don't understand how broad feelings are, that they are just passengers and you receive it and release it, receive it and release it. And so they keep that stuck inside of them and they start dying. Why? Because they are stuck in the past. Very similar to depression that has everything to do with unforgiveness. But in the case of alcoholism, the person is putting in a substance that is killing them of dehydration, of poison within the body, which is exactly what we do to the oceans, to the rivers. We pollute the global waters, you see, the waters that hydrate us, which is fundamental for us to live. We do that within us too. We drink alcohol, which is something toxic, that if you throw in the ocean is not going to be good. For the fish, for the whale, for the dolphins, for whatever, it's not going to be good. But we put it within our bodies because our bodies don't matter. And because it don't matter, you hold the secret within. Because somewhere within you, you believe that the secret being exposed is going to show everybody that you don't matter. But then you already don't matter because you're killing yourself. So you see how you're already living your biggest fear. So once you release it, the fear is not there, the secret is not there, and you can recover. And it allows you to go around better people because you're not going to be amongst enablers. Otherwise, you go back to the same problem. You go around with better people, people who support you, people who have a better lifestyle, who have a healthier lifestyle. Why? Because that's what you need right now. So releasing the secret sets you up for success in every possible way and sets you up to walk the path that you were born to walk in a much more joyful, happy, content way. You see?